Hi, I'm John Nixon from Eagle Lake Woodworking, and in this video I'm going to detail the assembly of the Universal Tablesaw Jig by using the plans from Wood Magazine and the kit from Schlabaugh Sons. The Universal Tablesaw Jig is an excellent crosscut sled for your table saw that allows you the ability to accurately set angles and cut miters and also secure the workpiece as you're moving it through the table saw. The hardware kit includes everything you'll need to assemble the Universal Tablesaw Jig. Step one of setting up the jig is to customize it to your table saw. You're going to place the sled to the left side of the blade and make a mark where the middle of the left miter gauge is. And you're going to move the piece over to the right side of the blade, and again mark where the center is. So now that we have two marks that represent the center of the miter slots, we're going to split that difference and make a dado to accept the runner. And this will allow us to use the jig on the left and the right side of the blade. We've got our dado bit set up centered between the mark that we made, which represents the center of each miter slot, and we're going to plow out a 1/16 inch deep dado in the bottom of the main sled. The T-track from the kit comes pre-cut to length, but we still have to drill holes to mount each piece. Every piece gets 2 holes, with the exception of the long pieces that get 3. So I've set up a fence that centers the bit in the T-track and will allow me to cut or drill the hole the same distance from the end. Using double-faced tape, we're going to stick the mini channel in its place so that we can drill through the holes that we made in the channel itself all the way through the table. Using the same 3/16 inch bit, we're going to drill through the hole that we made in the channel all the way through the table itself. With the table flipped over, we're going to drill a 5/8 inch counter bore about a 32nd of an inch deep in order to recess the T-bolts that will secure the mini track into the bottom of the table. Now we're going to remove each piece of T-track and mark its location with a letter so we know where to reinstall it after we apply some finish to the table itself. At this time, you can install the T-nuts in the counter bore on the bottom of the table. Just make sure that they get pounded in flush or below the surface so that they don't rub on your table saw. At this point, you should apply a couple of coats of finish to the main table. I'm choosing to use spray polyurethane out of a can. It goes on nice and dries pretty quick. We're back at the drill press. I've replaced each piece of T-track in its proper location, and I've outfitted the drill press with a countersink bit that we're going to use to countersink the T-track, but also machine the top of the T-nuts so that they're flush and don't protrude, and the T-track sits nicely down in there. Now that the holes in the T-track are countersunk, we're going to go ahead and attach the T-track using the machine screws. With the main table turned upside down, it's time to attach the runner. Should fit snug into that dado that we made earlier in the bottom of the table. We're just going to drill a couple of pilot holes. Then we'll attach the runner with wood screws that are countersunk into the bottom of the runner.